2. Eilistä on selvitty ja uutta päivää pukkaa. Eli kesän viimeisiä festareita vedellään. Itse asiassa tää on Backstagen kesän viimeinen festivaali, missä me vieraillaan. Eli toivottavasti tästä tokasta päivästä tulee yhtä hyvä kuin eilisestä. Ja meillä on tänään luvassa muutama ulkomaalainen bändi, muun muassa The Sounds. Valitettavasti Maja Ivarssonia me ei saada mukaan haastatteluun. Mutta saadaan kuitenkin bändistä muutama poika haasteltavaksi. Myöskin Against Me-niminen amerikkalainen punk-yhtye on luvassa ja sitten brittiläinen elektroa ja rockia sekoittava Enter Shikari on meillä haastattelussa tänään. Ihan mahtavaa. Hei, Ankkarapäivä 2. Jau, jau!
Against Me.
Yes. How's it going?
Good. It's really hot in here.
Not compared to Florida, but it's nice out, you know?
And in the stage, how do you manage when it gets really hot?
We're just kind of used to it at this point. I mean, oftentimes, we're playing inside in a hot club where everyone's right up on you and you have the heat of the audience generated off you, so you just kind of get used to it after a while. Got to be prepared to sweat, you know?
Ankarok is usually the last festival in Finland, but you're still going on.
Well, I mean, we've been pretty much on tour kind of right now since like February, and we were out in the U.S. for like all of June and July, and then we're over here for the next like 2 weeks, and then in September we're going to Canada, and then October we're going to Australia and New Zealand and Japan, and then late October we'll be back in UK, and then November back over in mainland Europe. So
you've been touring for 6 months and now 6 months more.
Yeah, and beyond that. I mean, we'll take a break around Christmas, but then keep going, you know? I mean, it's what we do. We have a record out. We're touring, you know?
Don't you miss sleeping in your own bed and, seeing your friends?
Of course, but again, it's what we do. I mean, at this point, like, we've been so fortunate that we've been doing this for a while. It's our lives, it's what we do.
So what has been the most fun place that you have seen in your career?
Finland. No. I mean, this is only our second time here, but again, it's always fun to go someplace new that you've never been to before and play for new people.
Do you get to do fun stuff like go outside and walk around when you're touring, or is it like the airport, the gig place, and then back to hotel?
It just depends on the show. Like a day like today, I'm not sure there is anything around here. We're not anywhere near the city, but we're staying in town and we have the day off tomorrow, so I know that we have like a flight in the afternoon, so we'll get hopefully some time to walk around. But yeah.
I was watching your video. I was a teenage anarchist. There was this guy getting beaten by a police.
Oh, that was me in the video, getting beaten by the police. Yeah, I mean, the backstory to that video is that I got arrested when I was like 15 years old and beat up by the cops pretty bad, and that was kind of the inspiration for the video. So.
What did you do?
I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and I did not look the way the cops wanted me to look,
But is that common in America? Finnish cops are really nice, but
I think probably it's more common in America. Sure, yeah. I mean, I think that like when I was 15 and I got beat up, like for me it was like the greatest injustice in the world. But as I grew up, I realized that it probably wasn't really even that bad compared to the majority of things that have happened. So.
But what do you think that anarchy means these days? Is it like, going against the politics, or what does it mean to you these days?
Thinking for yourself, really. I mean, being an autonomous individual. I mean, for me, it's not a chaos thing or a nihilism thing or anything like that. It's really about being a responsible human being, and just kind of, recognizing no authority but your own.
I was listening to your latest album, White Crosses, that came out this year. The title, White Crosses, in Germany they have this, in Berlin Wall they have the White Crosses, so why did you name the album
Well, the album's named after a song on the record of the same name, White Crosses. I wrote the majority of the record when I was living in St. Augustine, Florida, which is a small little coastal city, Atlantic side of Florida. And around the corner from my house there was a church, and on the church lawn there was 4,000 white crosses, just like wooden white crosses about a foot high off the ground. And behind them there was a billboard with a bunch of pictures of children's faces and a little thing that explained it was called the Cemetery of the Innocents, and that it was one cross to represent every abortion that happens in America every day. So the song is, both about St. Augustine, Florida, and then it's also a pro-choice song, just because that, that was my response to that. But extending it to an album title, I thought that it was kind of open to interpretation, because you could think it had something to do with that. As
Cold War.
Yeah. And I've definitely had people say that too, but and I liked that it wasn't obvious necessarily,
Well, have a nice gig and have a nice summer.
Thank you.
Ollaan menossa ihan hetken päästä haastelemaan Shikaria, joka on tällaista vähän elektroa ja metallia sekoitteleva bändi. Ja tuntevat kuulemma Disco Ensemble pojat. Kysellään tästä asiasta heiltä, että missä ovat tavanneet. Ovat olleet aikaisemmin Suomessa pari kertaa, muun muassa lämmittelemässä The Prodigya. Mä olin siellä keikalla, mutta missasin valitettavasti tämän lämpäribändin, mutta tänään nähdään miltä Shikari kuulostaa. Au, au, au!
Hello, Roy and Rory from Shikari. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Really nice. We've been festivalizing and we did Warp Tour.
I watched your tour list and it's like endless.
We've been touring for about 5 years now, pretty much non-stop, so it's kind of just what we know.
You know few Finnish bands like those guys who were just playing there, Disco Ensemble.
No.
There's always a chance that we play with them somewhere and then we've just forgotten. We have the worst memories ever, so I mean, yeah, we play with different bands every day, so it's always really hard. So I hope we haven't just offended someone.
You played here a few times, and the first gig was ages ago in semi-final. Do you remember anything about that?
Semi-final?
Yeah.
I don't remember this either.
The memory is really bad.
We remember the last time when we played with Prodigy.
Yeah.
I remember
That's as far back as our memory goes.
Okay.
So.
Usually there's a year and everything before that's just dark.
How was the Prodigy? Because that's one of my favorite bands. I grew up with that music. So.
Yeah, it was really good. It was quite sort of up and down. Sometimes the crowds would be very they just be very dance music orientated. They just wouldn't really kind of like the fact that we got guitars and shouting and stuff. And then some countries they would just totally accept it and love it. So it was quite different depending on where we were. Yeah.
Have you been big fans? Because I listened to your music in Spotify today, and I heard some, Prodigy, ish, sounds. So have you taken anything from that band to your music?
Yeah, I mean they've been one of our main influences from when we started the band to now. So definitely.
So your music is kind of electronica mixed to hardcore. So I haven't really actually heard that kind of, bands ever. When did you decide to mix those kind of genres together?
Well, when the place we were growing up had, it was right near London, and so we had a very good hardcore kind of rock scene, punk scene. And we also had a lot of drum and bass nights and dance nights and stuff. My brother was always playing drum and bass, DJing drum and bass, and I was always playing guitar and stuff. And we just kind of didn't really see any reason not to kind of incorporate both kind of genres into our music.
When you go home eventually, from touring, do you get music overload that you don't want to hear any music, or do you still, put something?
There's definitely, if we've done, say we did Warp Tour, and I'd say, 75% of bands on that tour were just awful, generic, metalcore, screamo, whatever you want to call it. So that you definitely come off tour and just keep it away.
Yeah, you generally just kind of get off tour and just want to like listen or make kind of different types of music, you know.
It's like drinking. Like if you're drinking beer all the time, then you get bored of drinking beer. You can like drink some vodka or some wine or something else. So.
We have one question, I think, left. So, the future. What will future bring for you? New music. When will we hear something?
We're properly like finishing touring in late November, early December. So we'll start working on the next album then. But we've got a new track coming out in about a month that we're actually playing today for the second time. We played it yesterday for the first time. So really excited about that one.
That's it, pretty much. Yeah. Just more touring, I guess. Yeah.
Thank you so much and have a great gig.
Thank you. Cheers.
Illan viimeinen haastattelu ihan kohta käsillä, nimittäin The Sounds. Ja mulla on The Soundsista valitettavasti Maja Iivarsson nyt ei ole niinku mulla haastelussa ja häntä mä olisin todellakin toivonut, että olisin saanut jututtaa, mutta mulla on Jesper, Juhan ja Fredrik. Festarikisän viimeinen festarihaastattelu ja The Sounds vielä, niin äärimmäisen hieno homma.
Hello, The Sounds. How are you?
We are very well. We just arrived in Ankarok, and we're very happy about that.
What is with you in Finland? Because you keep coming back. We love you here, but you know.
Maybe that's why we're coming back.
I don't know. We started going here like in 2003. I remember it was winter. It was super cold. We just released our first album. We played in front of like 25 people, and then
25?
it was like 25 people in.
First show, I fell off the stage. I remember.
Playing in Finland, you know, must be fun for you because your audience is getting bigger and bigger every time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're very happy about the way it turned out here in Finland. But it's been fun since day one, so you know we can't complain about anything.
But why do you think that, you know, you're so successful here? Because Finland is like a metal country. We listen a lot of metal music, and I have this metal T-shirt on and everything. So, and you play like happy party music, and it's really, you know, uplifting.
I think it's guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Finland needs, you know, happy party music as well. You like metal, it's a darker country, but there's also happy people here. Beautiful happy people. So, I mean, I guess there's got to be one band, right?
But maybe it does have something to do with also your, you know, live show, because it's very energetic, and you know, Maja is, you know, very, I don't know, raunchy also, but we love that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I agree. I think it's something with our live shows. We always put in a lot of effort and a lot of emotions and time into our live shows. And it's fun to play live. I mean, it's the best way for our music to come out there. And
But what do you prefer, like intimate club gig or big stage like here tonight?
We like them both, and that's why Summer Festival is so good. You do that in summer, and then you get bored with it, and then you do your fall club tour, and then when you're done with that, you want it to be summer again. So just keeps on going like that.
Last year you had a tour with people coming and going. It's fine. Hello. Had a tour with No Doubt and Paramore.
yeah,
How was that, and how did you get to go on tour with them?
we Tony Canale, no doubt. I know he's a big fan since the second album, because he wanted to work with us on the second album, but we never had time, and then they stopped touring. So I guess they asked us now, and then we just said yes. It's pretty simple. It's a lot of politics mostly. It's the booking agents talking to each other.
Management, everything.
Yeah, but if a band it's like us. If we want a good support band, we pick them ourselves.
Do you like hang out outside, you know, the music scene together, or are you like fed up with each other when you like go off tour?
You mean like us two?
Yeah.
No, we hang out at home. Usually we're in the studio all the time, so we always hang out there and, you know, watch VHS tapes. We have
VHS?
Yeah,
The old ones?
huge collection of VHS tapes. We go out a lot. We have dinners, invite each other to dinner and stuff like that. So we're really good friends outside the band as well.
I read somewhere that maybe next year you have a new album and you're producing it yourself.
Yeah.
So why is that? You don't want any outside help, or?
Basically, right on the money. No, but yeah, I think we're ready to actually pull it together all by ourselves and get our own ideas foremost, you know.
I think we have a lot of songs ready that we haven't recorded all of them yet, but you know, we played a few new songs live at Ruiz Rock. Some people don't want us to play them live, but you know, who cares?
Who are those people?
I don't know, like labels and stuff like that, but not here in Finland. But our management's like, yeah, you should play them live, whatever. But I think it's fun.
So what kind of stuff is gonna be in the new album?
Heavy metal covers.
Doom.
Say it again.
Children of Doom. Boodum. Should be Children of Doom. That's more evil.
What song of your own are you most proud of?
Ooh, tough question.
Every new song is always like that. You can always get that feeling whenever we complete a song. You're like, yes.
Yeah. Every time you record a song, you think it's the best song in the world, and then a year later, you think it's okay.
We have like 2 minutes now, so I want to do this. It's my last festival, and I want to get a festival tattoo, and you can make it for me.
I'm really not.
You know me. I really
You can draw something dirty if you want. It's fine.
We're gonna draw a car like we're 5 years old, you know. That's the only thing we could come up with. It's a family car.
No.
It's not a sport.
Volkswagen?
Yeah,
No?
it's not a sports
Okay.
car.
So,
Big trunk.
is there a meaning behind this? You have to drive fast and
Drive fast and have
Drink
a
hard
big
and-
family.
a family car then. Thank you so much and have a great show.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Festareiden viimeinen haastattelu oli siinä, eli kiitoksia vuoden 2010 festivaali kesä, kiitoksia Ankka Rock, kiitoksia, missä kaikkia me ollaan oltu, Ruiz Rockia, Myötätulirockia, me ollaan oltu vaikka missä, Helsinki Livessä, ihan mahtava kesä, toivottavasti ensi kesästä tulee yhtä hienoja artisteja myöskin paikan päälle. Backstage Goes Festival kiittää ja kuittaa. Mä lähden nyt baariin, otan muutaman kylmän juoman ja nautin tästä loppukesästä ja me nähdään taas perusbäkkäreiden kanssa sitten viikon päästä, joskus kuitenkin. Anyway, hei, over and out.
Woke up one day with a song in my head. In the basement, a beatbox on my bed. Silver frame, claim to fame. Never made them quite the same. So I tip-tap-toed up and down.